Good morning! So happy day after my birthday. Hey, honey, I need your help. Yeah, I can't do this myself. So I'm gonna actually open one of my presents that I got from my mom so that you can see, but hold on. Ready?
Okay.
I'm packing stuff right here. Get it into. Ah, so cute. It actually has like birthday paper. Here, like one cupcake. My favorite. Same. Oh, they're so cute. They're little lid sealers. So you put them like on top of a microwave, stovetop, and oven safe. Oh, good. So anyway, you just put them right on top of the pot or a bowl or whatever you need to do to save them, and it like holds the air. You can't because you can't know how to zoom. Anyway, cool. Thank you, Mama. Keep us. Good morning. Well, I guess I already said good morning because I already opened my presents, but anyway, whoa, sorry. Good morning, part 2. We are in the car and we are stopping at Wawa because we haven't eaten anything and we're kind of hungry. Haven't even had coffee this morning or Mountain Dew. My baby's been without his Mountain Dew. It's terrible.
Yes.
So we just dropped Josh at Universal because today is the last day that Straight Outta Food Truck is going to be performing at Universal. But not to fear, you can catch them at Disney Springs with the same show, so you can go hang there. Anyway, but they're not going to be at Universal anymore, so he's going to catch their last shows and hang out there. We are headed over to Cocoa Beach because we have reservations to take a 2-hour tour, 2-hour excursion on a boat to go swim with dolphins and manatees. And like they take you to an island and then drop you off and you go swimming with dolphins and manatees if they are around. Like,
I'm just hoping
they're
Mary
animals.
and Ginger are there.
I always like the professor myself. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Here again, but welcome to the East Coast, kids. We are in Cocoa Beach. It's actually right down there. But before we head over that way, we're gonna head into Ron John because you can't come to Cocoa without always together wherever we go. But you can also get a ukulele, and there's music playing. There's one of them. This place is kind of amazing. all the Manatees and Dolphins? Me too. So this has been like a comedy of errors. We went to, oh wait, hold on. Okay, so first things first, I gotta let David tell you his story, but I'm sneezing. Alright, so first, here's David's story regarding a boat and my birthday yesterday. Go ahead, babe.
Alright, so Disney Springs at the boathouse has a boat you can rent where it will take you out for either 30-minute cruise or an hour cruise and do wine and appetizers or champagne and chocolate-covered strawberries or whatever for, like I said, for a certain length of time. So I made the reservation. I made it a week and a half or better ago. And on my way down to Florida, I get a phone call from a lady who informs me that the person that took my order was fairly new and did not know that the boat is actually out of commission until mid-September. What am I supposed to do now? I already had this set up for the next day. It's like, you got to be kidding me. So that was number one. Had to cancel that idea. Then I ordered something that was supposed to be at the apartment on the birthday yesterday, and we get home yesterday from Universal and it's not there. So I make a phone call. Well, sir, it was delivered at 4 o'clock. And I'm like, nope, it wasn't, because if it was, we would have seen it. It's not there. So once again,
and checked in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I went and checked the clubhouse. I don't know if the person that delivered it had dyslexia and delivered to the wrong number. I have no idea. But nevertheless, we didn't get it. So I'm like, really, every idea I've had for her birthday has been screwed up in some way or fashion. I'm like, wow. So anyway, go from that, and then dinner was decent. I was really hoping for something a little more romantic, a little nicer, but it was a nice dinner. It was a nice time. Yeah. We enjoyed that.
Our waiter was great. The waiter was great. Delicious.
Exactly.
It was very well priced, so
right.
Can't complain about that.
So all that was really good. We went to the Orlando Eye instead of going on the boat ride last night, which was very enjoyable. So today, obviously, we're supposed to come down to Cocoa Beach and go for this boat ride and swim with the Dolphins, and I'll let Dawn finish this part of the story because it's just like, seriously? What is going on here?
So today, we're supposed to go swim with the Dolphins. So as we were on the way here, we were literally getting off, like, when you take 528, there's a turn where you're off of 528 onto A1A. We're, like, right about there, and I get a phone call from the guy from the Florida Adventures in Paradise. Florida Adventures in Paradise. Remember that name. So really nice guy, but so he calls and he was like, hey, just wanted to let you know we're having I'm trying to call all the people who have Florida residencies because we have an issue with our boats, one of our boats today, and one of the mechanics is on his way, but it has put us behind and everything, and we're like 45 minutes behind on like the boats. So I was like, well, that's no. He goes, do you want to reschedule? And I was like, honestly, no. And I said, I said it was, for my birthday, and I don't have time off to be able to come do that, so no. So I was like, but it's okay, we're not on any time crunch, so we're willing to wait, it's okay. And he's like, oh, great, thanks for being so understanding, no problem. Great. So that's it. And I said, well, what time should we be there if they're running late? He goes, no, go ahead and be there by 4 because the other boat should be up and running and we should be back on schedule by then. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. He was like, it was just kind of preemptive. I was like, no worries at all. So we go to Cocoa Beach. We went down to Ron John, walked around there, and then walked down to the beach, which the sand was so hot. Oh my gosh. Like literally, we weren't even walking on the sand. Like we both had flip-flops on, but the sand would get underneath your flip-flops, and I'm telling you, it was like hot lava. It was crazy. So just know that if you're coming down to the beach and it's 96 degrees out. But it was crazy hot. So we finally make it back to the car. We're like, oh, we'll just go down to the pier for dinner, whatever. Fine. So we get over to the park where we're we're supposed to go and where I just showed you the videos of where we're supposed to wait for the boat to come in. So the boat pulls in at 4 o'clock. We're like, all right. Actually, 2 boats pull in at 4 o'clock. We're like, all right, awesome. So we're talking to other people. They're like, oh, well, there were 2 groups that were still there from the 3 o'clock, but there were 3 of us that were there for the 4 o'clock. So turns out it wasn't just that. When the one family, she was like, no, we were actually here at the 2 o'clock, but because that's when they were supposed to be, they were originally supposed to be at 2 or something, or they got there for the 3, or I don't know, whatever it was, they were there on time, and another family walked up 15 minutes later who were supposed to be in the boat tour before them, and the captain made them get off the boat and was like, no, I'm sorry, I need to take them. And so made them get off and come back. So that messed everything up too. So anyway, we get there, the guys come in and they're like, no, these are still people from the 3 o'clock. It's putting us, we're an hour and 15 minutes behind. It takes us an hour to get out, and it's an hour there and back, whatever, which it's not. It's 20 minutes out and 20 minutes back, and the rest of the time you're at the island, which is our thing. Like, why can't they just bring 2 groups of people? That doesn't even make sense. So they were like, no, we can't do that, and so we're sorry, but they should have just told you that's the office's job, we're just the captains. But I was like, fine, you know what, we're done, it's no big deal. So I called, or I made David call, and I was like, call and tell them we just want a refund. So he calls, and he was like, well, the guy who took our money yesterday, because not only we have the Groupon, which was supposed to be it was a $40 Groupon. I had a $32 credit on Groupon. It was $42, so we had to pay the extra $10 on Groupon. But then yesterday, they call at 5:06, and they're like, oh, there's actually still an outstanding balance because you have to pay taxes and incidentals. It's like $12.26. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of frustrated because normally with Groupon, with the exception of tip, you don't have any extra expenses. It just is what it is. So they took the money yesterday. We're walking around Universal. Like, we get out of Universal, and I call them and give them the credit card. And actually, he called me back even before I could call him. And I was like, well, I should make sure they got their money. And so he's like, well, I can't make that decision. You have to actually write it up. So I just wrote a lovely letter to them explaining this entire scenario and said, I have lost complete confidence in this company. I want my money back. In the meantime, there was actually another family that came off, and we were talking to them, and we were like, is it worth it? They were like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but they don't give you enough time because it's 20 minutes out. You have like an hour and 20 minutes at the island, and it's a matter of if they show up or not. So on the way back in, they saw dolphins, but they didn't, right? They didn't insinuate that they got to swim with any at the island. And so they said, yeah, but we just found out that you can rent your own pontoon this is actually a $90 tour if we hadn't had it through Groupon. But you can rent a pontoon for like $120 and go out for the entire day. So boat captain over here was like, yeah, heck yeah, that's what we can do.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about doing that. Maybe get Autumn and Rob and even the girls, Victoria, Sarah, whatever, Josh and Jackie and whomever else, and get a group together and go spend the day out there. It would be awesome. And the park is really cool too because it's got a little grill, and I was like, oh, if I'd known this, we could have just brought in brats and stuff and grilled out, and that would have been fun. But instead, we've got other plans. Hola, we're back again, back in the car. So we believe, we're at this point, we're like, maybe not, who knows what we're doing. We believe we are probably heading to Sapphire Falls for dinner. Possibly. Don't get too excited yet. We'll let you know because the way that this last couple of days has gone, who knows? So, yeah, if it was nicer, we might be going to the boathouse, but it's not looking very pretty. And when we go to the boathouse, I want to sit out on the dock. I don't want to sit inside the restaurant. Sorry, I've got a hair. So, yeah, there we go. But it is a pretty sunset, though, today. I don't know if you can see. See if you can see somewhat of it. I hate this camera. Like, this camera is awesome, but it just does not pick up the color. Oh, that's a little bit better. It just doesn't pick up the sky the way it really looks. But yesterday's sunset was absolutely stunningly beautiful. So here we are. What? Oh. That's the rotisserie. There's biting. Hey! I love awesome fishing nets. I love these fishing nets. But it's absolutely beautiful. So weird. The Amatista Cookhouse. I hate the lighting always on this, but this is sancocho. I don't know why it's so yellowy looking, but maybe I changed this. No. It's sancocho. It's kind of like a beef vegetable soup. It's really delicious. And we got empanadas, and then they just brought us some bread. So the soup we've had already is all right. We just tried to take 50 selfies, we were hysterical by the end. But this is our chicken. It is half rotisserie chicken with plantains and yuca. You can choose what kind of sides you want, and then a house salad with citrus vinaigrette. This is back. Okay, so the 411 is that they have a breakfast buffet that is amazing. And supposedly, I have it on Best of Authority from Amanda. She said it's awesome. It's Universal expensive, not Disney expensive. It's about the same as our character breakfast, which is $25. And this is where they have the buffet. And then back there they've got the rotisserie and this amazing bread. Is what?
Oh, that's the show kitchen.
That's
where we're gonna start cooking.
Yeah, so.
Couple weeks.
Oh, cool. It's really cool. It's just amazing. It's a great restaurant. So, and the people are so nice. Oh my gosh. Their staff is phenomenal. And then they've got over here is the little bar. And then out there. Out here to the patio. And they've got a whole patio. You can sit out here. And then if you time it right, you can actually watch fireworks going off because that's Doom, or Dr. Doom's Spearfall, and Hulk and whatever. So really awesome. And this waterfall is spectacular. Yeah, I don't know. Isn't that one of the towers that's not done, or is it? It's beautiful. There's the doors. Nice, Joe. Would you get the door? There is view inside the foyer. It is just beautiful. I really. This is where the restaurant is right here. Amatista. We just ate in. There it is. And then, but look at, I mean, just these benches. I swear, if I designed a hotel, it would look like this. We were sitting there the whole time watching this picture, and I was like, oh my gosh, my dad would love this place. And then this is the foyer to kind of go everywhere into the towers. Look at this. I love this. It's so incredible. Look at these pictures even. I know, isn't it awesome? And the pillows. This is so me. I can't even. I love this. Guys, you can't even see the color of the couch. And you match so beautifully because your clothes are literally the same. Alright, let me see if I can get... Oh, there it is. It's almost the color. Almost the color. It's just got a yellowy tint to it, but it's really very pink. And there's the elevators and the stairs, and then we're going to go. So here's the rotisserie. Here's the rotisserie, by the way. With the delicious, that chicken was amazing. The food was really, really good, I have to say. Really delicious. Okay, so here we go. This is where you come in, and then you go up 3 floors, all the way upstairs. It's just absolutely beautiful. My dad's gonna flip out when he sees this place. It's so beautiful. The pool, the health and fitness, the guest house, the water taxi. Look at these pictures of them. So pretty. It's just so pretty. one eats dolphins and manatees when you go to Sapphire Falls? So beautiful. Oh my gosh. And this is the foyer. Look at the orchids. Oh my gosh. This is spectacular. Okay, these are like rattan beach balls. And that's the entrance. With the wood beams. The huge beachy looking background. Look at this. Oh, and the orchids. Oh, there's the Strongwater Tavern. Oh, so that one, you can go out. Yeah, giant TV, and that's the one we saw from the bottom. There's actually they have a patio that you can go out in the back and look at. But there you go. Let's go out here. See if you guys can see. Look at these funky chairs. I love them. They're so cool. And this carpet, oh my gosh. And there's a waterfall. And then you can take that walkway where all those people are. Hang on, so we can, so there you go, down at the bottom, over there, and you can walk to the park. Alright, and here is the pool.
Kind of reminds me of Cabo.
It does. It also reminds me of Royal Pacific and Cabana Bay. Guys, this is my birthday cake. I forgot to show it to you before I just destroyed it. It was a cauldron cake, and there's a little piece of white chocolate that I obliterated in the middle. But this is my birthday cake. Yay! Happy birthday to me. Actually, they brought me a little dessert yesterday too. But anyway, with that, I am going to say goodnight. It was a great day. The end was so much better than the whole rest of it. Actually, it was a really fun day, no matter what. And it's a funny story on top of it. So, whatever. It was great. And just FYI, the restaurant is amazing, and the people who work at Sapphire are phenomenal. So, it was a great day. that, I'm saying night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember, even crazy stories about boats that break down and not being able to do that, whatever else is all part of the plan. Good night.